Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. Right, this video today is on a 2002 Volkswagen Polo 1.4. I think the engine code is BBY or something like that. Anyway, I was not to record this, but being an older car, etc., I'm sure there's not a lot of people doing what we're going to be doing here. By the description of the video, you can already guess what this is. So yes, we are going to program a key to this car. Now the car came to me with an issue with the rear doors. The rear doors were deadlocked or safe locked, whatever you want to call it. An interesting video because I've seen, well, I was struggling with this. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen people taking the door cards out, drilling the door, all sorts of. I decided to take a completely different approach, and I managed to get the work done. I managed to get it out of deadlock, but stay tuned for that. Most likely that will be a video after this one. Anyway, another thing that I was asked for this car was to program a remote. Now, when I actually looked and digged a little bit into it, I got to the conclusion that you can't program a remote into this particular car. This car never came prepared for remote. One of the signs that is not prepared for remote is because there is a barrel on the passenger side, on that door, and on the driver's side. So you have two barrels to use the key. That usually is an indication that the car did not came prepared for central locking. But also when I start, not central locking, sorry, for remote locking. But when I start actually to dig a little bit more into it, check part numbers, etc., yes, the car is not, it never came with it. So to install remote locking into this car, I would either have to replace the comfort access module with a obviously a remote controlled prepared one, install the antenna, etc., and then get the remote and program it, or I would have to get a third party remote control system. All that would imply costs, which the owner didn't really want to do it, but he asked me if I could program a second key. So at the moment I have here the original key. Okay, so as you can see, it used to be an LED in there, or a bulb just for light. But yeah, so this is the key that works and starts the car. I'm going to show you. There we go, engine running. And just this morning I went to cut a key. Let me see, it's in the back. Let me try to take it out of the bag. There it is. So I've cut this key. I just got it cut. I haven't even put it on the thing. I hope it works. But this key is not programmed yet. So I'm going to show you if it actually works. Ignition on. Let me see if the immobilizer light flashes. Yes, it does. There we go. So this key, obviously, if I try to start the engine. Okay, that was confusing. Okay, at some point I thought the car was immo'd off. But no, it's not. Basically, it was just because the immobilizer was still not engaged due to the fact that I've just turned off the car using a proper key. But I'll show you now when I actually put the key. So this is the key I've just showed you. Put it on. Obviously the light is going to flash as it was doing before. But now the engine will not start. You're going to see it starts and it goes off. So there we go. Okay. That's the only reason. So I've left for a few minutes for the immobilizer to engage again. Once it's engaged, obviously not start with this key. Would only start again with the proper key. We are going to program the key, in this case using the MaxiSys, purely because on this immobilizer is generations. I'm pretty sure the MaxiSys can read the pin code. If he fails to read the pin code, we're going to have to take it from either the cluster, which is going to be the easier way. But I'm pretty sure the MaxiSys can read the pin for this, for the immobilizer. So let's going to do it. Okay, first menu on the MaxiSys. Let's going to read the pin code first. So we're going to go, I think it's at functions. I'm not sure now, but I think it is. I'm on case, read password. Let's try that. I think it's the video 66. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, now if he reads, what we're gonna see is that dot. Oh, there we go. You see that dot flashing in between the miles? That's a indication that the dash is being read. See that flashing? I think I've just captured it when I pointed to here, but you're gonna see when it's finished, that will stop flashing. Let's just wait a couple minutes or whatever time it takes, and then we'll carry on. Here it is, the pin retrieved. Now obviously it's covered for obvious reasons, but yeah, so this just a important piece of information. The MaxiSys will extract a 4-digit pin, okay? But when we are going to try to log in into the immobilizer system, it's going to ask you either if we are using a 5 or a 7-digit pin. You're gonna have to choose 5 pins, 5 digits. And what we do is we had a 0 before this 4-digit pin. So you just add a 0 to make the 5, and that will work. And once you log out, as you can see, there we go, the dot stopped flashing. So the flashing dot is an indication that the tool is doing what it's supposed to be doing, is reading the data from the cluster. Okay, and now we're going to move into the actually programming. So I haven't done one of these for ages, but I'm pretty sure we're going to go here. Key matching. It's going to give you a little bit of information. Okay, actually, let's going to do... oh no, that's fine. So this is the 3rd generation, okay? So the keys are stored in the instrument cluster. Module 17. Okay, now he's asking us for the pin. I'm going to put the pin. Okay, pin is put in. As you can see, he's asking for 5 numbers. As I said, just add a 0 before the pin. It's going to press OK. Login, succeed. Next 2 channels and enter the number of keys to start matching. Keys matching always channel 21 and some in channel 1. So, is this channel 1 or channel 21? That's a good question now. Let's try channel 1. So it's going to be channel 21. Oh dear. Let's start this again. Okay, let's go channel 21 this time. There we go. Current number of keys, 2. Oh, it's actually 2 keys already learned. But obviously they only have 1, so we'll choose 2 keys and press OK. Do you want to set numbers of keys to be matched? There's 2, yes. 30 seconds, matching for each key. So you'll fail all keys to be matched when adding new keys. So you need all the keys when you're adding the keys. So I can't just put 1 key, because otherwise it would only allow me to program 1 key. I need to put 2 keys because it's the key already programmed plus the new key. Okay. Okay. Set OK. Turn ignition off. Get the new key in. And you press OK. That goes off. Comes back to here. This is the new key. And as you can see, my light is no longer flashing. Let's start the engine. Engine started. No light flashing. Now we are going to try the original key, obviously. Car started. New key again. Car started, but obviously when you start the car straight away from the new, as before, after this key, you remember the light would flash. Is not flashy anymore, so that's correctly programmed. And I guess that's gonna be it for this video. A really old vehicle, so I'm sure now a lot of people is going to be doing this, but you never know, it might be helpful to someone out there, and that's actually what it is. I really hope there's some information on this video that you can find it useful. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, any comments, please put them below, and like always, thanks for watching.